USDA on Friday released its estimates on projected crop yields across the country. Our taping took place before that release, but those numbers were expected to be much lower than the department's forecast in July. We showed you last week how Nebraska co-ops are planning for a short crop, and this week we look at other financial implications due to the drought with Mike Hechtner from CoBank.
CoBank's part of the Farm Credit System. The Farm Credit System was created in 1916. CoBank is a cooperative bank, and it provides financing for agribusiness, rural power, water, and telecommunications for mainly the rural communities in 50 states. I'm based out of Omaha in the state of Nebraska. We provide $2.2 billion of commitments to co-ops in Nebraska.
As we look at this year's drought, we're seeing something different from the agricultural perspective. Whereas the overall economy in the country hasn't been strong, agriculture has been incredibly strong. This year, with the drought that's affecting farmers on both the crop and livestock side, how will it affect what they're able to do, and co-ops as well? Are they financially stable based off of the strong years they've had?
Yeah, Jeff, this drought really catches most farmers and cooperatives in a pretty good position in terms of financial strength. Many of the co-ops that we finance are in very good shape with liquidity. Their working capital levels are high. A lot of that has been built up, as you suggest, for the profitability in the last few years. Debt loads are relatively stable on the lower side for many. They're in a very good position with their balance sheet to confront some adversity.
Let's talk about purchases. Do you think this is something where there's an overall effect that ripples forward in that co-ops or agribusinesses are less likely to make big purchases or big investments?
I think it's reasonable to say that co-ops will probably pause a little bit here on capital expenditures and digest some of the effects of this drought. So, you know, a year or two of taking a break on capital improvements isn't going to be very damaging to any of them.
I know one of the problems or one of the concerns that farmers have is, as you go out and talk to them, they're concerned that this is not only a one-year drought, but maybe it's a 2-year drought or 3-year drought. In your opinion, if that were to happen and the outlook would be dry, would banks be less likely to lend to farmers?
I think we still go back to the fact that balance sheets, both for producers and the co-ops, are in pretty good shape right now. So it does give them some power to withstand the storm. I'd say that because of that positioning, you know, there could be some minor adjustments that have to be made depending on any individual financial situation. But I would say that we're pretty well prepared for this right now.
Can I ask you about the overall state of economy, both what we see in Europe and here at home? Do you think agriculture is positioned in a good place?
I think it's positioned in a very good place, Jeff. I think, you know, everything looked very optimistic and bullish for U.S. agriculture until the drought hit. And now all we're talking about is the drought, but we have to take a look at the long term and take a look at how positive things have been and will be for agriculture.